Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our first ever BFR Live at Lunch. We are so excited to be with you today. I am Kim Lewis. I have the privilege of being the executive director here at Bartow Family Resources.
And I'm Tess Womack. I'm the advancement assistant here at Bartow Family Resources.
And we're so excited that you've chosen to join us today. We hope we're going to have a lot more friends hop on today, Tess.
Yes, I hope so.
I know we have a lot to share with you all. We're just so excited. This being the month of November, what does that bring to mind, Tess? When you
Giving Tuesday.
Yes, it does. Thanksgiving and Giving Tuesday, right? The two things that we can get most excited about around here. So it is important to us today to share with our donors, our supporters, our amazing community, all the things that are going on around here at BFR, but to say thank you. It's so important to us. It's truly our heart to show gratitude for all that this community has poured into us as a ministry, as an organization, so that we can turn around, Tess, and pour back into the lives of others in our community. So first and foremost, we want to say thank you. So we hope that you're going to hear some things today that are going to be meaningful and special to you. And then we have some other exciting things. Another reason that we're launching today, Tess, because as you mentioned, what's coming up in 2 weeks?
Giving Tuesday. We're super excited about that.
Yes, we are. And we have a very special matching gift. Tess, do you want to mention that?
I would love to. So we are overwhelmingly blessed that we have been given a $25,000 matching gift.
Yes, incredible.
So that means that whether you give $50, whether you give $100, those gifts are going to be matched. And this kicks off our campaign, and that's going to go all the way through the end of day for Giving Tuesday. So you can comment below, donate if you are interested in partnering with us in that way, or you can scan the QR code. And of course, you can always go to our website, bartowfamilies.com/donate.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. We're so excited.
Yes.
And this community is so generous so that we can in turn be generous to others, those that need our services. So you're going to hear more about that coming up in just a little bit. We also have some fun giveaways today, Tess. You want to talk about that?
Yes. Well, first of all, for the first 3 people that can comment and tag 3 friends in the comments, we have an exciting giveaway for you. One of our BFR trucker hats. So we are so excited about that, and we hope that you'll join us and come in on all the fun that we have today.
Yes, I love these little hats. They've been very popular, and you want to get your BFR Life is Grand trucker hat. So you just share the live feed with friends, as Tess said, 3 friends, make a comment, and we will set one of these aside for you so you can be styling and profiling for life and for all things BFR. So we're excited about that. Did we mention if they have a question as we're gathering?
Oh, yes,
Tess?
I'm glad that you said that. So if at any point during our live event today, you think of something that you might not know the answer to, that you would like to know about BFR, you are more than welcome to drop that question in our comments, and we will be glad to get that question answered for you today.
Yes, we will. We'll do our very best. And so, as we've shared a little bit about why we're hopping on 2 weeks before Giving Tuesday, we want to share our gratitude. We want to share our matching gift. We want to share some BFR swag with you, and we want to share some amazing things that are happening around here at Bartow Family Resources, as well as our clinic, BFR Medical. So a lot of people don't even know, Tess, that we have a clinic. So I'm excited to be able to share some things going on in our clinic today with everybody that's watching. But before we get to that, I just want to talk for a minute about the fact, Tess, that you have been with us for about a year now, and we were just so excited to bring Tess on as advancement. Some people might have a different word for that, but just connecting with our community, connecting with our friends, with our partners, with our donors. And Tess, you've done such a great job with that role. Why don't you share a little bit about what's been meaningful to you in that, or what you've enjoyed most about your role here that's still fairly new at Bartow Family Resources?
Well, BFR's just held a special place in my heart for so long and for a lot of different reasons. But it's just special to be a part of a ministry that is doing so many amazing things. And it's just a wonderful place. God has his hand on this place. And it's just such a privilege to work with these women, work with our clients that come in. And it's just an honor to be here. It's every day is a gift, truly. I mean that with all sincerity when I say that about this place. So.
Well, it's been so much fun to have you on board. Our offices are right across the hall. So at any given moment during the day, you can hear me literally yell across the hall or Tess yell across the hall. We have so much fun just working in this ministry and in this space together. So
what about you, Kim? You've been here for over 20 years.
I have been here for over 20 years, which is crazy. I was on the board for 10 years and I've been on staff for 12. And I have to say that when I first found out about Bartow Family Resources, we were under a different name at that time. We were the Bartow Women's Center. And so I just began a journey of learning about needs in our community. My husband's from here, but I'm not. I'm from Gadsden, Alabama. So being newlywed and learning about this community and what the needs were was really important to me, because I knew that we were going to raise our family here, and I wanted to know how I could contribute and give back. And I began to see in the late 90s and the early 2000s, wow, there are women just blocks away from where I work, from where I worship, that don't even have the ability to care for their own children in the way that I was able to, or others were able to, that are friends of mine. And so my heart was heavy to want to be able to help, and how can we help? So just getting in and rolling up our sleeves and realizing, wow, okay, that we're already helping with things like diapers, wipes, and formula, but there's so much more. And then, of course, in the days ahead, we launched a parenting program, which now, Tess, as you know, brings our clients back in on a weekly basis. And so for those of you that may not know, that's our parenting program, and we lovingly call that area Babies and More, where we're going to give our clients, our moms and our dads, evidence-based parenting that is really going to strengthen them in their parenting journey, Tess. And so what a joy that's been in my life to be able to be part of that program. I led that program for a while before I transitioned into this role, but such a gift. I'm with you, Tess. Every day here is really a privilege to be able to serve in this space and love on our families and see them take such great strides. So we're thankful to be able to share some of that with you all today. So speaking of that, we have a very special testimony that's about to be shared here with you all. One of our clients, her name is Destiny Norwood, one of our absolute favorites of all time. We saw her work so hard, Tess, and really overcome so many obstacles. As a single mom, you're going to hear about her story, what was going on with her when she first came into BFR and why. Her mom was a big support to her, and she's also going to join her on the video. And then her precious little boy Carter, who is now too grown up, but he's also she agreed to let him be in the video as well. So you guys are going to get to see him and that sweet face, and just see what a difference, loving on this family made, strengthening her with those parenting skills, coming around with those material baby items like diapers, wipes, and formula that she earned by her faithful commitment to be part of our program.
Truly a changed life.
Yes, truly a changed life. And of course, everything here is free of charge. So we're excited that we were able to plug her in. So we're looking forward to just sharing Destiny's story with you. and we think it's going to be very meaningful. And then we're going to come back and chat a little bit, and we have some special guests that are also coming in today to join us. So we're looking forward to having them kind of come and go, giving away some swag. So thanks for joining us here. If you're just tuning in, this is our first ever BFR live at lunch. So we're excited to have you join us. We pray that you'll tag a few friends, get some swag, and we look forward to just having this lunch hour with you today.
Yep.
I had just had my son 13 days prior, and my grandpa, basically my dad, had passed away from cancer. And so it hit us really, really hard. And so, you know, obviously I don't have a job at this point. My grandma was the only one working. I was living with her at the time. I was breastfeeding, but I didn't feel like I supplied enough. So I wanted to do that plus the formula. And so we had just left the WIC office, and I remember sitting in the parking lot of Ingalls, you know, kind of freaking out. Like, I was asking my grandma, like, what are we supposed to do? I don't want him to go hungry, you know, I don't have money. And I want to say that somebody from the WIC office had mentioned the BFR, and I think they gave me a pamphlet. So as I'm sitting there, you know, trying to figure out what I'm going to do, I was like, you know what, I'm going to call. The worst they can say is no. So I called, and they told us to come on by. We walked in, we introduced ourselves. We basically made friends immediately. We watched a 30-minute video, and they gave us formula and I think a pack of diapers. And so every week after that, we came on Tuesday.
Yes, I love coming here. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed every Tuesday. Y'all were a blessing to us.
We absolutely look forward every Tuesday. Like, after we found this place, obviously I started working. So I would work in the morning, Mama would watch Carter, and then she would work in the nights, and then I would have Carter. So then every Tuesday we were both off, because that's what we requested.
That's that we told them we had to have
told
every
them.
Tuesday off.
And so we were here every Tuesday, and that was basically the start of my week. I don't know about you, but like, this place was what put the kick in our drive, you know, like.
It makes you feel positive and proud, because you actually got diapers and milk for your baby, and you don't have to worry. And baby food. Y'all used to give us baby food. And
Cereal. There was cereal, all the toys, all the clothes. I think I got like his first underwear here. So,
yeah.
I remember getting this cute little duck bath here. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with it. And he used it probably until he could walk. Having mentors here at BFR, it was very much a support system. I think I was paired with maybe 2 different mentors before I found Miss Trish. And then, I mean, we just clicked automatically. So we all just immediately went with Miss Trish. And it was awesome because she loves God. So we were able to talk about anything that we had questions about with her. And, you know, we would just come in, she would have this huge smile on her face, she would love on my child.
Snatch Carter up.
I mean, immediately when we walked in, she had him. I think this place absolutely benefits new moms, single moms, dads even. I mean, they have a little bit of everything for everybody here, and it's beautiful. Just everybody fell in love with Carter, and we fell in love with them, and they became our family. So to anybody who donates and gives and helps out, thank you. Just from the bottom of my heart to the top of my heart, the whole thing, thank you very much. You have completely blessed us, and you have blessed every family that walks through this door. Please continue to give. Please understand that you make a huge difference in every family that walks into this house. You make them feel loved, you make them feel helped, and you've been such a huge blessing. I can't thank you enough.
So, what a powerful story. I'm telling you, Destiny is such an inspiration to all of us. And so, I hope that that was meaningful to you as you joined us for our first ever Facebook Live here at Bartow Family Resources. I'm so excited to have two very special guests, two really dear friends of mine with us. So, Marcus, thank you for being here today.
Yeah.
And Caroline, thank you for being here today.
Absolutely.
I'm going to let them both tell a little bit more about what they do and why they're involved with BFR. So I'll just launch into asking that question. And Marcus, I guess we'll let you go first. So if you don't mind, share a little bit about yourself, your family, and why you serve at BFR and in what way do you serve?
Sure. Yeah. My name is Marcus Gregory. I serve on the board here at Bartow Family Resources. I have for a few years now. I have a wife and 3 boys. They are wild and they're an absolute
They're
joy.
precious, and I better have candy in the candy tray for them when they come by,
Yes.
or Miss Kim is in trouble. So
Yeah. We ride bikes here all the time. We don't live far away. And even though we didn't live far away, we had no idea what was going on in our backyard here at Bartow Family Resources. So I got plugged in I actually have no idea how I got plugged in.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, how did we first connect? I know it was
Yeah.
a
Embarrassingly,
friend. Was it Josh Shook?
Josh Shook.
So
I think
shout out to Josh and Lori.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
we
made
love
an
Josh and
initial
Lori.
connection.
That's
and
right.
Upon his connection and coming through here, embarrassingly, I'd kind of become a little numb to the thought of terminating a pregnancy, and super embarrassing at this point. But I just started praying, like, God, make my heart shoot, I might cry.
We love that.
God, make my heart ache for what makes yours ache.
That's
And
beautiful.
then I got to go on a tour, which if you're watching and you haven't, you need to go on a tour, please.
Yes. And you can drop tour in the comments, and we'll get back with you about scheduling that.
Yeah,
So
definitely
thank you.
definitely would recommend that. And we get to this wall, and there's just babies all over this wall, and my heart just immediately is shattered. And I tear up now, still seeing that wall. Every time we go through a tour, take somebody on a tour, I tear up.
And specifically, what kind of babies? What does it look like, Marcus?
Yeah, just
Tell them.
oh my gosh, there's these little babies, but they're breathing now, right? And if it weren't for what's happening here, there's a good chance they wouldn't be. And that's not so much from us. That's from these moms and dads having the courage to do it.
That's right.
No, not a watch. And when I saw that wall, I felt this prodding, just saying, "Are you gonna be a coward, or are you gonna step up?" And I've got these 2 little boys that are on the tour with me. Mine now I have 3, but then it was only 2. And man, like, if I don't go, are they gonna go? And it just
good.
terrified me. So that's how I got plugged in, and that's how I stay plugged in.
Well, we're so grateful. Marcus and his family are tremendous support to us. You guys do anything we need. You guys are there. You show up with those boys, and they're ready. We had a drive-through coffee bar, and the boys were out at the street holding up signs and welcoming people, and they're just a part of everything we do. So thank you for training up the next generation to care about the life issue, to care about families, and to care about those, as you said, in your own backyard. So thank you, Marcus, for all that you do for us. So grateful that you could be with us. So Caroline, tell us a little bit about yourself and your family and how you got plugged in to Bartow Family Resources.
Okay. Well, I'm Caroline Russell, and I've only lived in Bartow County about 3 years. We moved here. My husband's from here, Eric Russell, and we have 3 kids. One's in college.
Yeah.
And then 2 others at the high school. When we started to move into Cartersville, I had a dear friend a long time ago that was involved. I remember. And we didn't know what church. We didn't know what all that was going to look like for us, but I have always been drawn to this place. And so, I think I love babies, like really love babies. Marcus is our cousin, and I'm crazy about his boys, like any of them. Like, they get near me and there's just something. So I think probably that has something to do with it, just knowing that the Lord creates these precious lives, and knowing if there was a way that I could help. I just wanted to do it. And so I only knew a little bit. And so the further I've gotten into it, the more I see what God is doing here. And you walk in this place and you just, the Spirit of God is just here and is
Mm.
working. And so I couldn't turn it down when I finally came in. So
Well, we're so excited to have you. Caroline serves every week. She's committed to being here and serving our families as one of our client advocates. And you do such a beautiful job, Caroline, which means that she gets to interact with the same clients every week. She gets to take them back for their parenting class. You get the opportunity to say, hey, how can I pray for you this week? And what is that moment like for you?
I would say, if you ask me why, a couple of years ago I was here and then why I'm here now, that's why. It's a precious thing for these people to choose life, but it's hard.
Yes.
Right? It's
not
hard
easy
for
to-
a lot of moms to do that, and hard emotionally, hard physically, and I don't know, to get to come in here every week and look in their eyes and see how hard they're fighting and see how much they're trying.
Yes.
And just to get to hear their stories.
Yes.
There's amazing stories out there. And I think I'm so encouraged every week when I leave of people that come in here and maybe they've come from a night shift and they worked all night long and then they show up here because they're fighting for their kiddo.
Yes.
They're doing what they can do to not just get them diapers and wipes, but get training. I mean, they're taking classes on credit score or nursing or a million different things, but they're learning and they're growing and they're doing everything they can for these kids. And so that's the side of BFR that I'm on, is the babies and more once they've chosen life, and then they're keeping their baby and how we can help them. So that's why I'm still here. I would say, just seeing their faces every week.
So beautiful. It's all about the journey, helping them, linking arms with them on their journey as a parent, because you're exactly right. We can't just say, well, good luck with that.
Right.
We have to be here. And for those that don't know, we're going to walk with families until their baby turns 24 months. So 2 years old. So we're going to stay in there. For some of them, that looks like nearly 3 years if they come early in the pregnancy. So we're here to walk beside them and to offer that support. And it's such a beautiful thing, as you can see week to week, that growth. So Marcus, we have a couple minutes left. So why don't you share with us something that you wish the community knew about BFR? I know we've touched on a lot of things, but
Sure.
is there something maybe that you would say to that person that's like, I don't even know who these people are. I just saw this over lunch.
Absolutely.
Why should I know more or get involved?
Yeah, they're not watching it for me.
I don't know. You're pretty popular, Marcus.
Yeah.
You kind of.
Yeah, we've hinted at what I would actually get at, which is it takes a village to raise a kid.
Yes.
And on the outside of that door, you come through thinking you're alone. And as soon as you walk in, you just said it, like within a second, you have a village.
Yes.
And that's what I would want everyone to know about BFR, is you don't have to go alone. And we're going to go with you.
That's so good. So well said. And truly is the heart of every staff member and every volunteer in this place, as you so
You can tell.
eloquently said. Caroline, what about you? Is there anything that you would say if maybe you have a friend that's been thinking about coming by for a tour, but life is busy, y'all, we just, how do you fit in one more thing? And, how do we manage priorities? And, what would you say to that friend or that person that might have just hopped on and they're wanting to know maybe a little bit more? What would you say to encourage them?
Yeah. Well, one thing I didn't know about BFR was there's two different sides. There's a medical side and a babies and more side. And so, there are, screenings and things like that happen on the medical side. I don't know that side because I'm not there all the time, but the babies and more is the side I'm on. And that's, when you're getting to help these children that are coming through. And, like I said, for a couple of years now, I've been doing this, and I say now it's the sweetest part of my week. I just love it. The spirit when you come in here is so encouraging. And just being able to help people. Like I said, you're learning people's stories and then walking alongside of them. I mean, we're all going through life and it's not easy for for anybody, really. And so just being able to really get involved in these people's lives and get
Cheer
to love
them
on
on.
them, and and they love on us too. It's wonderful. It's a great thing.
They do. Well, it's been so great to have you both here. And I'll say just this one thing. We do something really special at the end of our clients, and this, Caroline, being on the babies and more, and Marcus, I know as a board member, you're aware, we do a graduation, and it really will bring us to tears. We'll do that like twice a year based on how old their child is and when they turn 2 and so forth. But we make it such a special time of dignity and worth and celebration and accomplishment. And I can't tell you how many times we've had moms or moms and dads look at us and say, this is the first time I've ever finished anything. Maybe they didn't even get their GED. Or, of course, we've encouraged them to do that if they haven't or if they didn't graduate high school. But it's just a beautiful journey of dignity, worth, value, affirming them and equipping them with the skills they need to be a successful parent. And it's so much more than just words on a page. It's the relationships that are made. And so we're excited for you to just hear a little bit about what Marcus and Caroline had to share about their journey. Guys, we appreciate y'all so much for being part of the BFR story.
We're the lucky ones getting to be here.
Well, we're so thankful. Thanks for stepping in and joining us today. And we're going to go now to learn a little bit more about our Babies and More program. So stay tuned.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah and I'm a creative director here at Bartow Family Resources, and I'm standing with Danielle and Arlene. Danielle leads our parenting program as our director, and Arlene is our facilitator of our program, which we call Babies and More, or BAM for short. So why don't y'all share a little bit about what we do?
Would love to. So our Babies and More program is actually designed as a learn to earn program. So when clients come in, they can either take a class with our mentors through our Bright Course curriculum, or they can do a group class. So when they're learning to earn, they're actually taking the time to learn through those avenues, and then they're coming to earn in the baby store. I know you can't see the big wide shot, but we have clothing, we have baby food, we have toys, lots of things for our clients to be able to earn when they're coming in. They can also earn items like diapers, wipes, and formula. So super helpful for them. When our mentors come and meet with them, they're just there to serve as an encouraging friend. They're there for support, they're there to love on them, to create relationship. And then our group partners, our community partners, come in to help with classes like car seat safety. What else do they help with for group classes?
We do Bible studies also, and gardening and different things that are fun, but you can apply to your daily life.
Yes.
So it's really good.
So good.
Practical.
And it's so important to us for our clients to be able to have a broad range of things that they need for healthy parenting, for relationships, for life skills. Those are all really important. So we try to tie those together with our curriculum.
So good, so good. And our clients always give us the feedback. They learn so much, and
Yes.
it's so impactful, and they get things that they can implement right away with their kids.
Absolutely.
And it's just beautiful. So you mentioned about mentors. Can you give us a little bit of more of an inside scoop of what does that look like? What does that mean? And what is the impact that mentors have on our clients in their lives?
So our mentors are just incredible. I know Arlene echoes me in that. Our mentors serve on a morning or afternoon shift. They're coming to serve usually once a week. And so they're giving a lot of time and energy and gifts. And really their job is just to love on these clients, to serve as someone who's maybe gone a little bit ahead of them, have gone through some parenting struggles, and can help talk them through it as well. We actually recently did a client satisfaction survey, and we have a couple of sweet quotes from that regarding our mentors that Arlene's going to share.
Yes, I have them here. I have one of our clients say, I have learned to let God in more. Every time I step in these doors, I feel the Spirit of the Holy Ghost, and I feel just at peace. In every prayer that a mentor prays with me, help me to get one step closer to God. Isn't that beautiful? And that will help me for when my daughter gets here, to show her how wonderful and loving and mighty our God is. And you all have helped me with that each week. I love that. And I have another one. There is another client that says, the resource of love showing here really inspires me to become better. Having physical items given has taken a load off the financial stress of the household.
Yes.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
Brings tears to my
I
eyes.
know.
It's so amazing. And I have just so loved watching you guys implement new things this year. And so one of those things is kind of having a monthly focus or theme. Can you share a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So that has actually been one of the things I've truly loved as well. So for the month of October, as many of you may know, it was National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And statistics show that 90% of clients coming into a pregnancy center have either lived that experience or are currently in it. And so if that's true, we have an obligation to be able to give education around that. So all of our clients from the month of October would come in and watch a class called Recognizing the Cycle of Abuse, and it's just helping them be aware of the different types of abuse and if they needed to be able to get themselves out of situations and be able to get into a safer place. And so we found that very beneficial with our clients. And then for the month of November, it's the month of gratitude, which I know that's a big word we're also using around BFR. We want to teach them gratefulness and how to teach their kids to be grateful. Even in hard circumstances, you still can find something to be grateful for. So they're going to be taking that class this month. And then they get to hang a cute little blessing on our blessing tree. So they can write down something they're thankful for and then hang it on our blessing tree.
So good and so beautiful. And some people may not know that our Babies and More program is probably one of the busiest parenting programs at a pregnancy resource center in the state of Georgia, which is incredible. We this year alone have served over 400 families, and we've served them over 5,000 times. So meaning that they've come in.
That's why we're so tired, Arlene.
Yeah, they have come in. We try to encourage them to come in at least twice a month, and some come in every week. And so just think about that. Over 5,000 times that these families have walked through our doors to be supported, loved on, cared for, and most importantly, seen. And then they see the love of God through all of our staff and our mentors, and it's beautiful. Yes. So can you guys share a little bit of something that has impacted you personally this year through your work here?
Well, for me, being part of people's stories is amazing. It's an opportunity, it's a privilege, I would say. Like every day I say to myself, it is a privilege to serve here, the families that we serve, and it's so beautiful to see God at work in every person, in every heart, answering prayers. It's so amazing. That really impacts me when we have clients that, for example, they're having a baby and they think of us on the way to the hospital and they call us and they say, can you pray for me? That is amazing. Like,
so amazing.
We become part of their families. And especially in the Latino community that we serve, sometimes they don't have family here, extended family like grandparents or aunts, and we are their only family, their only support. So that for me is a privilege and really impact my heart.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And we serve, I think we have over 80 Latino or Spanish speaking families in our program, which is incredible.
Incredible, yes.
Yeah.
And I would also echo a lot of what Arlene said. There are not words to describe the feeling of, a lot of times these clients will come in and they are just down. They're coming in for diapers, wipes, formula, clothing, but they don't realize that they need community and they need to be seen and known and told you're valuable, and so being able to play a small part in that is just, there are no words for it. We just had a client this week come in, her baby was screaming and she just couldn't wait to tell us, I got the job that you guys prayed for. And just a couple of weeks ago, we had another client come in and say, we have been praying for this apartment and we thought it was going to take a couple of years and one just opened up for me. And so they see us as a part of their life and it's such a huge blessing to us as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. Just blown away by hearing some of these things I hadn't even heard yet. So that's amazing. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing with our community online about what we do. And I think, the impactful, you don't know until you hear or see. Yeah. And so we encourage you that if you want to come in and see what we're doing in person, we would love for you to do that. Reach out to us and schedule a time because it's really powerful to see it also. So thank you guys.
Wow, I am so grateful for Danielle and her team. And as you ladies know, they do so much on Babies and More. And so I hope that you were able to catch all of that interview. If not, go back and take a listen to Sarah and Danielle Burleson, who runs our hall on Babies and More, and her amazing team. So Well, we are joined now by two very special guests that have popped into our studio today to join us for our first ever BFR Live at Lunch. So Hannah and Monica, thank you both for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, we're so excited. Well, they both play a very special role in our ministry. And so, Monica, we'll just start with you down there on the end. You're holding the mic. So Monica is our newest board member. So Monica, tell us a little bit about yourself, your family, and what drew you to Bartow Family Resources.
Absolutely. My name is Monica Whitfield, and my son is Jackson Whitfield. I have lived in Cartersville 16 years now, and my son, his entire life, he's almost 13, which is unbelievable.
That's hard to believe.
I know, it's depressing, but it's true.
He's so handsome.
And just what drew me to Bartow Family Resource Center is my son is a Bartow Family Resource Center baby. When I first started attending, it was across the street from Tabernacle. I was taking my paychecks in there and earning baby bucks to get some diapers and wipes. I actually confirmed my pregnancy with Jackson at the center.
Wow.
With a previous employee that worked there. And it's just been something that's been on my heart for years and years. And I knew whenever I could serve in any capacity, whatever that meant, when I was in a position to serve, that I was going to. I knew that immediately. So it's been something that's very important to me and my family.
Well, Monica, we so appreciate your story. And I'm telling you, this lady is a force to be reckoned with. She is such a mover and a shaker in our community. And we're just blessed that you have the time to serve on our board. But she does so with such enthusiasm and so much joy. And you bring so much wisdom. And we had a board meeting last night, didn't we?
Yes.
Monica and I are hanging out all week long. But, you just bring so much insight and passion into what we do. And so we're just so grateful, Monica. So I'm going to have a couple more questions for you in a minute, but let's hand it over to our Hannah McCowan. Hannah, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Tell us about your role here at BFR and your family.
Okay, so my family, I am married to my high school sweetheart. We met at Cartersville High School.
Oh, go Canes!
Go
Go
Canes.
Canes! Yeah.
We have 3 boys ranging from almost 9 to almost 14. So they keep us busy.
They're so
For
cute.
sure.
So another mama 3 boys
Mama
to
three
mama 3 boys
boys.
to
Mama three
mama
boys.
boy. There we go.
Boy
All boy
moms.
moms. Yeah,
We got
7
our boy
boys.
mom, and Marcus is a boy mom. Yep,
Yes.
we got our boy moms. Or, well, he's boy dad.
Yeah, boy dad. We knew what you meant. We knew what you meant. Yeah.
Okay. So I serve over on our Babies and More Hall as a parent mentor. I've been there about 4 years, and it is just an incredible gift. Like, I thought I wanted to volunteer and help other people, but it has honestly been the biggest blessing to my life.
Thank
and it's
you,
just
Hannah.
been such a gift.
Well, it's funny because Caroline was saying something similar, who joined us just a moment ago, who's also an advocate as you are, that we think we're coming into this space to help. And you are helping, you are serving. But I think oftentimes we underestimate what we're going to learn and how we're going to be blessed.
So
Would you
true.
say that's true?
Yes, so true.
Yes.
100%. 100%.
Yes. Now, in your role, Hannah, you get to see clients, some of the same clients every week. Tell our viewers just a little bit about what that means to you, to them, what that bond is like. I mean, is it uncommon for them to have strong advocates in their life? What has that meant to
For
you?
sure. Yeah. What has been so neat is building those relationships. And what I've seen also being in the foster care system as a foster parent, I have seen so many times these parents just don't have support. They don't have family. They need parents themselves. Like, they just need support. And I feel like what is so incredible about BFR is we rally around them, and we are that support. We meet them with love and dignity and respect, and they can come in here and we become that family for them. And it's just unbelievable. And we are on the front lines of keeping families together, keeping them healthy. I mean, when it says life, family, future. Yes, they choose life. But then after that, let's rally around them. Let's give them the support they need so that they can be healthy. Because if we have healthy families, it is going to change generations.
Absolutely.
If a family is healthy, generations will be different. The ripples are endless.
Civilization is built on the family. How can we have healthy culture, healthy community without healthy family?
For sure.
So, Monica, thank you, Hannah. I so appreciate you sharing about your personal experience with their moms. So, Monica, how have you seen just perhaps the tools that you got early on as a single mom, how have they helped you just advance in your parenting? And you're such a beautiful mom. I love seeing you and Jackson together. You're so supportive of everything he does. I mean, you just have this beautiful bond. How are maybe some of those things that you learned early on still impacting your parenting today?
Absolutely. I learned so much about grace here, and showing it even when the person who you're showing it to may not ever give it back to you. It is so important in what's done here. And then also even further, when I went through the mentor certification program here,
yes,
let me tell you, it was eye-opening. I learned so much about myself as a woman, as a parent, as a mother of a boy. Like, it just opened so much for me and taught me so many things. And it changed the way that I talk to my son. It changed our conversations in the house, because as he gets older, you know, our conversations are going to look different,
right?
As far as what he's prepared to talk about and what he's curious about. And even just since me joining the board and him being at Night of Life, that was like a 40-minute conversation in our house.
Wow.
That just started from him being there that night with me and learning what we do here and learning what's so important to us here. But it has been life-changing from the moment that I walked in here, just first as a client, all the way up to mentor certification, and now as a board member. It's completely changed how I view every single day and how I interact with people, and just making sure that I'm always extending that grace. And I tell Jackson, I said, even when they don't give it back to you, it's still important that you give it to them.
That's so beautiful, Monica. I mean, that right there will change the world, sister. That will change the world. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Generation.
Yes, the ripples. And I love how both of you have your family involved in this mission. You were just sharing Jackson came to our big event, our Night of Life that we had in September. You know, Hannah, you're always getting your children involved. They know what you do here. You talk about, you know, Mom was with clients today, and I was able to pray for somebody, or I was able to see this parent get a job, you know, that was struggling.
Helped with a client of mine that moved into an apartment. They
Oh,
helped
that's
gather up
right.
the basket. My husband helped move a table in the other day. Like, it's a family thing, you know?
It
And
really
once
is.
it gets in you, you can't get away from it.
Right.
It's under your skin, and you're forever changed.
Yes,
Yeah.
we love to say that once you're pulled into the BFR story, you're in for life.
You're not going anywhere.
You're in for life because
you don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
So, in our last few moments together, what would you all share if, let's say, you have a friend that's maybe thinking about getting involved? But I mean, life is busy. We all have so many priorities. It's hard. It's not everybody has time, and we get that. But what are some ways that you could encourage someone else's involvement in what we do here, the mission of Bartow Family Resources? Monica, you want to share?
Sure. If you feel that tug, go. Walk in the building, call whatever it is that you need to do. And if you don't know what that looks like yet, they will help you here as far as where it is that they need help with, where you can get plugged into. Again, like I said, I knew that I wanted to be involved with this center. I didn't know where, I didn't know in what capacity, but I just said, God, just use me. Just let me know. And as soon as I got plugged in, I knew exactly what it is that I needed to do. And then lo and behold, you asked me to be a board member. And I was like, okay, Lord, I see it now. I see it. So if you don't know what it is that you can offer here at this amazing organization, just show up. Just show up or call and see, and they can plug you in.
I love it. That's a good word. Just show up. Just walk in the door, and we will begin that conversation, right?
Yeah.
So, Hannah, what would you share with anyone that might be thinking the same thing? Or maybe there's one thing that you didn't get to mention that's really important to you, or what would you share in our kind of closing comment?
I think first off, a very black and white way is like, go to y'all's website.
That's
and
great.
Go to your website. It lists, that's what I did whenever I first was like, oh, I want to get involved. And I just went to read more. I mean, I knew what y'all did, but it was like to read more about it. There's all kinds of information. There's different ways you can volunteer, donate, all those things. And so I think that's just very tangible, black and white way. But I mean, like Monica said, come in these doors. I mean, when you walk in these doors, it's just, there's something different here. And and our clients say the same thing. It's their highlight of the week. It's a highlight of mine. It smells good. It's cozy. There's lamps. I mean, it's just so special. So come in and see what we do. Get a feel for it. Be on the socials. You can see different videos that they make, and kind of get a feel for what is happening here. And like we said, once you walk in these doors, it's hard to not want to do.
It's hard to walk away.
And that's
right?
the thing. The Lord has blessed us all so much. And if you are on fire for a mission of being pro-life, you cannot just be pro-life in the womb. You have to be pro all life.
Right. All the way.
Yes,
from the
all
cradle
way.
to the grave.
Yes.
We have to
and
fight
so,
for families.
And loving on these women and dads is a beautiful way to do that.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I do want to stress that we are not just here to serve moms. We are here to serve dads, and very intentionally through the years we have done things specifically to connect with our dads, even changing our name many years ago from Bartow Women's Center to Bartow Family Resources. This is a family place. We want dads to be very comfortable, and as you both know, we created a special space we call it the Man Cave. We have a space where our male mentors can go and meet with our dads and give them that support. So we've really tried to think about every part of the family and how can we come around being that support and providing that safe space. So, well, thank you both so much, Monica and Hannah, for joining us today. You guys are such an inspiration to me, and what you do here, we can't say thank you enough. It means so much to all of us. So thanks for taking time out of your busy day to join us for our Facebook Live.
Thank you.
We're going to let Tess hop on now. Thanks, ladies.
Hey guys,
So,
well, we're so excited.
welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. We're so excited that some of you are taking us up on these giveaways that we've got going. We've got some winners to announce to you.
That's
We've
exciting.
got-
I know. I wish we had a bell to ring.
I
Ring
know,
ding
I
or a buzzer
know.
or something. Yes.
We've got Miss Joy Franklin,
Yay,
Miss
Joy!
Miss Leanne Dempsey,
Oh my gosh.
and Emily McDonald. So we will be getting in touch with you about picking up your BFR swag. Don't forget that you can still comment tour to schedule a tour and also be entered in to get some of our other giveaways that we've got going on. The next giveaways that we have going as well are for the first 2 people to comment, donate, and make a donation to Bartow Family Resources of $100. Then we will give you this wonderful mug. I love this mug.
Love the mug.
We use this
Love
mug
the
all
mug.
the time. We've got some good coffee in here for you as well. So
I actually have something to say about this mug. Okay, I know that we all have cabinets and drawers full of them, and you think I don't need another one, but I'm here to tell you,
It's my
one of
favorite.
our most precious partners and donors called me personally to ask me if she could have 2 more, because I know your hands are full, Tess, but her hand just fit perfectly around this mug. It wasn't quite so big. We've done the chunky mugs, and those are fun, but it's really quite comfortable and works well for that first morning cup of coffee. So anyway, those are fun. I do want to circle back to one of our first gals that won a prize, won some swag, Joy Franklin. I'm going to do a big shout out. Joy, I know you're watching us. Joy Tess is turning 30 on Friday.
no.
So I want to be one of the first in Bartow County, yes, to say happy birthday, Joy.
Love
we
you, Joy.
love you, and we're so proud of you, and we love your precious family, what they mean to us and all of Bartow. Dana and David Franklin's daughter, if y'all don't know that family, amazing what they give back to the community and how they serve. So we're going to get an early celebration going, Joy. So woohoo, happy early birthday to you. So, all right, Tess. So we've got some more prizes coming. We're reminding everybody that they can drop a chat in our chat if they want to tour, if they want to donate. But we're about to take a moment now and head over to our clinic test so that folks that don't know what happens in BFR Medical can learn a little bit more about that.
Hey y'all, here in our amazing clinic with our nurse manager Naomi and our RDMS sonographer Haley, and we're excited to be sharing a little glimpse into what we do here. So can you guys share about what you do here, who we serve, and where we serve?
Yeah, those are great questions, Sarah. So who we are a women's medical clinic, health clinic. We're an accredited facility. We serve women of all ages, for pregnancy testing, early OB ultrasounds, STD testing and treatment, and all of our services, everything is completely free.
So amazing. And we serve women from 14 different counties when we last ran that, which is just incredible. We also do similar services, we have a mobile unit. Can one of y'all share a little bit about that and where we go?
Yeah, sure. So we have a mobile operation. We call her Opal, lovingly. Right now, she's at 3 different locations. She goes to Calhoun, she goes to Marietta, and then she also goes down to Mableton. So because we are traveling and servicing women on board, we do pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, and we can do limited STD testing right now. But because of that, we're servicing women in 14 different counties around the state.
And it's like a 78-mile stretch that we are going. So we are traveling, like Haley said, 3 different days a week. And just being able to meet women in their communities where they are, instead of them having to come here to us in our clinic.
And it's been really cool too, like being able to get connected with other resources in those communities. We have felt very welcomed in those areas, and it's been really neat to see just the connections built.
Yeah, so good, so good. And what do you guys look for in an ultrasound? We're actually in our ultrasound rooms, you might can tell. So give us a little glimpse into what does that appointment look like for that in the atmosphere of this appointment, but also kind of what you look for in that ultrasound.
Yeah, very cool. So when they come in, if they have a positive pregnancy test and they're of course a certain stage in their pregnancy, we can do the ultrasound. So I'm looking for 3 things. I want to make sure they're pregnant in the right location. I want to figure out exactly how far along they are. And then of course, is there a heartbeat? So we're really looking for pregnancy viability. It's not a full ultrasound that you might get at your OBGYN, but it's a limited ultrasound to give them the tools and the information to go forward. And then you asked about the atmosphere. You know, of course, we serve women all across the board as far as what their intentions are, how they're feeling about their pregnancy. Oftentimes, this is very unexpected. And so the atmosphere in here changes. No matter what type of appointment it is, this room just, you feel it in here. And it's really, you know, it's so much fun when it's a joyful experience and the woman is really excited. It's a privilege to get to be there with her, but it's just as much a privilege to get to be with a woman who feels like there's a million obstacles, and she's really not sure what choice she's gonna make, just to get to be able to love on her and hold her through this experience. This room is very sacred.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And we often say, I mean, we literally are seeing the first glimpses of life in this space, and it's breathtaking. Yeah. So can you guys share some key moments or highlights from this year? We're wrapping up 2024 and it's been, wow, it's been busy.
It has. It's been a very busy year for us. We have had over 900 medical services that we have, given out. And then we have seen over 265 moms who have chosen life. They came to us, they were pregnant, like Haley said, scared, not knowing what their decision was going to be. And our role really comes around her to want to support her, want to help her, wrestle with that decision, but also give her the tools that she needs, whether it's medical referrals and resources or it's community-based. She needs housing or transportation. And then, getting her connected to our Babies and More program. And really that's where we can see her really flourish in that choice that she's made.
I think it's been really neat too. When women come into our clinic, a lot of the things that we hear is they felt safe. They felt they were not judged, no matter where they were, no matter what decision they were making. And I feel like we have seen such an increase in vulnerability in this space. Like, women really need a place to come and just lay it out there and feel like, okay, these people see me. They feel known when they're in this space, no matter if we just meet them one time or they're with Babies and More for years to come. We know when they leave here, we've had the privilege to just be sacred ground for their vulnerability. And I think that is something we've seen an increase of. Women really need a space and
not feel judged.
Right. We love that.
Yeah. So good, y'all. So is there anything you want to share that has personally impacted you this year in your work here?
Sure, yeah. So it's funny, a good bit, I would say, of our moms come in unexpected pregnancy because they have a baby at home. We see that a lot. You know how it goes after you have a baby. And so it's been really fun and very impactful for me because I was in that scenario
area not too long ago. I have 2 babies very close in age. And so it's been really neat for me to connect with these moms, laugh with them, tell them, yes, it's scary, but it really is going to be okay. They do grow and it gets easier. But that's just been really a very fun personal experience for me, getting to walk alongside these women. But also they encourage me, just to see their bravery and their strength. These women are walking through things often that I can't even imagine or fathom. They have so many obstacles, but just watching their strength and their courage is really neat.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I think, Sarah, it's been such a year of growth for us, but also being able to establish some great community relationships. And, we live in such a generous community that wants to come alongside and support us, and as we support her. And so, for me, it's just been great. This is where I call home, and this is where I'm, raising my family. And then to see it on the other side of being able to say, okay, well, we're gonna jump in, we're gonna help her. It's just been really special for me to see, personally this year.
This is a very unique community. It's very cool to see. Yeah.
Amazing. We love this place, this community. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing.
Yeah.
And we're just excited to see what God is doing in this place every day.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Naomi and Sarah and Haley. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing from our clinic, and we're so excited. We're here with our friend Danae Gamble. We're so excited that she's here with us today, and we also are just could not be more overwhelmed right now as we're watching just some of you guys donating to us online. And I was just saying that what completely overwhelms me is that those of you that just continue to partner with us, that you've already done so much for us, but you just continue to. And I think that that's what happens when people come to BFR and they come in our doors and they experience the things that are happening here, is they can't help it. It's just, you see God's hand here, and people just can't help it. They want to be a part of the story and the mission. So
amen.
Danae's here to talk to us more about that.
She is, and we're so excited. So yes, thank you to everyone that's been part today. And don't forget, if you want a tour, drop tour in the chat. If you want to donate, drop donate in the chat and you'll get that link. But we just thank you for being part of our special day. And we couldn't end with a more beautiful guest than our dear friend, Danae Gamble, that we adore. So, Danae, I feel like everybody already knows you, but for those that may not, tell us a little bit about your family, your hubby, your children, and then we'll ask you a couple of questions about how you're connected to us at BFR.
Okay, great. Well, I'm so glad to be here with y'all. Y'all are my dear friends, and I respect you very much and all that you do in our community. Danae Gamble. My husband is Matthew, and we have 3 children. Mary Harris, who is a sophomore at the high school.
That's hard to believe.
I know.
We just gotta stop and say that's crazy.
She's my first baby, and she's already almost about to drive. And then David is an 8th grader at the middle school. And then James, our little caboose, is 2nd grade.
With those little glasses. He
and
is
blonde hair. Doesn't look anything
thing.
really like the other 2, but that's okay. He's in 2nd grade. And so we live here in Cartersville. Matthew serves in the State House and has been a proponent for life. And of course I am as well, but we just really are grateful. We're members of Tabernacle. That's just a little bit about us.
Well, you guys make such an impact in the community. Danae also has a special role. Just chime in and share what your new role is. Yeah.
LifeWise Academy. I'm the director of a special program here in Cartersville where we can teach the Bible to public school students during the school day, off-site of school. And so we've been going almost a full year, but we're just amazed at how God's working.
Yes, and grown the program.
Grown it exponentially. Only He can do that.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you're an amazing leader, Danae, and we so applaud what you're doing, esteem what you're doing. You and Matthew are always just a text away. They're just dear friends, and their heart is just so in the right place. So we're so grateful for your support. You guys have supported us for years. I mean, ever since you've been married, and before that, before you came to Cartersville, Matthew and his family. So tell us a little bit about what draws you to the mission of BFR and why you and Matthew have stayed so involved.
Well, it's in my head. I was trying to think of how to say it. And in your office just now, the verse, "We love because He first loved us." It just was staring me in the face. And I thought, that is the real reason why we serve, because we love others. and Jesus has birthed that within us. And we can't do that on our own. It's something that God's given us because of his love for us. But really loving the unborn. And in order to help the unborn, you really have to love the unborn.
Yes.
And having 3 children of our own and knowing just the different things that you experience as a pregnant woman and just as a family, as a growing family, God's love covers all of that. God's love is so abundant. And so I really believe that that's the main reason we serve, because we love others and we want to see lives changed. And that's what happens here. And we believe that life is important from conception to the very last breath, no matter what age that is. And we will always feel that way. And we're teaching our children to feel that way as well. Believe that.
Well, thank you for those words, Danae. And it means so much to us because certainly that's our heart here at BFR is all things life. Life and life abundant. Life is sacred. Life is holy. Life is a gift. And we live in a culture that wants to tell us differently, but it's not true.
Right.
We don't have families that come back and hand us their baby and say, gosh, why did you people talk me into this?
Right.
Because number one, we don't talk anybody into anything. We're here to support. And when we support, they find that pathway to life. And it's a beautiful thing. And we couldn't do it without our supporters and our friends like you and Matthew. One thing I love, Danae, that you and Matthew do so well is that you get your children involved, and you were just sharing a little bit about their ages. But how impactful has that been for them? I mean, even in middle school or elementary school or in high school now, Mary Harris, I can't believe, to have a working knowledge of what happens here at Bartow Family Resources, not just necessarily the life issue, but also pouring into others in your community, giving back, because they are always with them. Their children are amazing, and they come to our events and they serve and they give and they do. And talk a little bit, about that, maybe a conversation that you have with them or that stands out. Or
I know there are a few things that stand out to me, but just over the years, just showing how it's important to serve others. And we may not understand what someone's going through, but we can have empathy and know that the love of Christ can change and transform a person in a minute, because the Holy Spirit is alive and at work in us as believers, and he can make that change in someone's life. And so as we have told our children about the mission of BFR and they've watched us walk it out, we've gotten to participate in the runs that you've had, from James running the fun run, which is really funny to watch.
Just sweating to death.
Our elder 2 running, not always wanting to, but they were, and Matthew running, I've run. Anyway, we've all done that, but also coming in and serving, doing little things on a weekend. My daughter had a birthday party and she wanted to have the girls come over here and work instead of having presents. And so we came over here and did that. And they've made muffins and sold things. My son sold some items at a yard sale to donate to BFR. So I really believe if you have your children invest in whatever way is appropriate, of course, at their age, that they're going to understand and they're going to support it and really buy into that. And so, and also treating people with respect, no matter what they're going through, because we all need respect and love and kindness. And that's what we teach our kids, because that goes a long way. There's so much opposite in this world, and we can change lives by showing love and support. And that's what I love about y'all, because you're non-judgmental, you're supportive, you're loving from the moment a person walks in the door. No matter what, you show that love, because that's who you are, both of y'all, all of you actually. I know most of you that work here, but it's just an unbelievable experience when you come in. Whether you're serving or visiting or touring or going to events, it's just the same. It's consistent. And that's what everybody needs, consistency.
That means a lot, Danae. It really does. And so thank you for sharing those kind of words. And that is our heart. Our heart is to support these moms and dads wherever they are in their parenting journey, whatever that looks like, whatever choices they've made up to this point. We're here, aren't we, Tess, just to wrap our arms around them and say, okay, how can we take those next steps? And we certainly can't do it alone, and we don't do it alone. And so we can't say enough to friends like you, Danae, you and Matthew and your family and others that support us so faithfully, because we couldn't do this work. We have to pay the bills. We have to turn on the lights. We have to pay our staff. We always say they could work anywhere else in the whole wide world, or at least in Cartersville or Bartow County or surrounding areas for so much more, but they do it because they love and they care about these clients and their families. And so we try to be great stewards of our resources. So thank you all for being part of that, for giving toward the mission here at BFR, the mission of life and families and futures. And we just can't say it enough. So Tess, do you have any closing comments that you want to share with our audience before we hop off our first ever Live at Lunch?
Well, we're so thankful for all of our guests that came today. And I really can't say more. They've said so much that has just truly, truly, I think, shown what we do here. But one thing that a board member recently said that it's just been implanted in my mind is we asked her, what do you wish that more people knew about Bartow Family Resources? And she said, I just wish they would come in. I just wish they would come in. And that's already been said today, but I just want to reiterate it, that just come in, drop a comment, come take a tour with us, come see what we do. We would love to show you that. And so we would love for you to do that.
Yes, we certainly would. So, well, thanks again to you, Danae, for being with us.
glad
We're
to be
so
here.
grateful. And to Matthew and your whole family, please give big hugs to everybody for us. And thank you for joining us live today. And remember, we are kicking off today until Giving Tuesday, the 2-week sprint to Giving Tuesday. So thank you. Everything that you give goes directly to help us serve our clients, our babies, our families. We are debt free, and we praise God for that.
Yep,
So thank you for your gifts. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. And thanks for joining us today. It's been a lot of fun.